It's the NFL on EA Sports. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' sure-handed tight end. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Raiders and the Bengals, just ahead on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in feeling good. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be led out by their ninth-year quarterback.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain. But at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Operating from the gun. Hart got his man complete over the middle. It's Peters. Quick slant there gets him the first down. 6 yards on the play.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Peters. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up second down. You look at this Raiders defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, they took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Scruggs. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Back to throw. Scruggs. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 66 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Up the middle they go. Goodrich. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Looking to throw. Scruggs. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now a handoff up the middle. Goodrich. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. Up the middle they go. Goodrich. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So this has been a pretty strong start to the year for him on the ground, CD. It's just week 3. That's already 5 rushing touchdowns.
And you know he's got big grins on their faces besides the rest of the team. The strength and conditioning program, because he was awfully dedicated to what they put in front of him to get ready for this year. Got himself into terrific shape, and he's dominated here early on.
Here we go, set up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Okay, ready?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Hart. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28.
A 57-yard punt, 11 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Scruggs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Looking to throw. Scruggs.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, Goodrich. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Back to throw now on 1st down. He sets to fire deep.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Pretty good throw there by the rookie to move the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Collier. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll return it from the 6. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Operating from the gun, Scruggs. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. A final shot before break. Hart. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Let's go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now a handoff up the middle. Goodrich. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. In motion goes the tight end. Up the middle they go. Goodrich.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw. This is Coleman with a grab. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Scruggs escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this 35-0 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Ready.
In motion, the tight end. Throwing to start the drive. Hart. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First target, first catch, and a first down. Operating from the gun. Hart. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material?
He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
51 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Let's go. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Operating from the gun, Scruggs. Looking left side, and it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
Looking to throw. Scruggs.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Goodrich, and he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Off play action, Scruggs. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Raiders are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Point after, right down the middle. And it is 42-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, set.
Throwing to start the drive. Hart. He finds his man, complete. That's Peters. And he goes out right around the 39.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Operating from the gun. Hart. He finds his man. Complete. It's Peters. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go now.
Back to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Ready? Set up.
Operating from the gun. Hart. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going up top. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Rousseau. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Scruggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Scruggs trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go, set. 19, come 19, come 19. Ready, ready.
Back to throw. Scruggs.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. But at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
On fourth down, Scruggs. He's going to look deep down the field. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Let's go now.
2nd and 1. Steps away to his left. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Here we go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And